I really am. I'm sorry to all of the Piranesi fans out there, but it's not good. For context, for anyone who doesn't know, Piranesi was a classic CS 1.6 map. It was also ported to CSS officially, I think. And most of you probably know it from that one Friglix video about it, which is a great video, don't get me wrong. But have you actually played the map? Because it's kind of ass. I'm sorry. Relatively recently, we got a remake of Piranesi by Mr. Potato 44. You might remember him making Relic during the Mapcore contest. First of all, this is like actually the first proper version of Piranesi that I feel like gives justice to the visuals, more or less. Like, of course, there's some work to do and there's some visibility issues that we'll get later too. But like generally, this map looks really nice, and I think that's the farthest anyone got with detailing Piranesi. So good job, Mr. Potato. And also, in terms of gameplay, he really did a great job at improving every single area I'll be showing you and comparing, but basically every single gameplay area that there is on this map, he tried to improve it in some way, and I think he succeeded. But the funny thing is that even though it's so much better, it's still ass, because it's so ass. So let's just kind of go, I guess, one by one. Let's do like a small map tour of all of the areas, and I'll just explain why it plays so weird, and it's a really interesting map in that regard, I feel like. So, first of all, T-spawn. Basically identical to the original version, the only difference being that this window path to the upper mid here got replaced with just this door being finally opened after all these years, which makes going there not as annoying as it used to be, so a really good update. T-spawn, nothing wrong with T-spawn, good T-spawn, huge T-spawn. Everyone remember, the bigger the T-spawn is, the better the map is. That's like a common rule. A rule of thumb. Proceeding from T-spawn though, just before we get into details, overall look at the map. So how many choke points we got, how many think points we have. So we have the A main, we have the lower mid, we have the middle mid, we have the higher mid, we have the window, and we have B main, and depending if you want to count it, we have this horrible B balcony, B apartments balcony, like, that. What is that, 6 or 7? Admittedly, this window right here is a new addition of this remake, which I think aims to balance this courtyard area to make it a little bit less T-sided, but the original version also had an additional window on A, so my point stands. Yeah, that's a lot. Dust 2 has 4, Mirage, depending how you count it, maybe has 4 to 5. I think the highest like any map ever allowed itself is 5. Of course there were maps with more, but like they weren't good. That's the thing, because you have only 5 players on a team. If you have more than 5 chokes, there's like literally no way to have control on the map. I mean, there is maybe some merit in huge maps where like teams move like as a unit all together instead of trying to take control. That may be a thing, maybe like the Dust PCG or something, I don't know. Just saying that as a baseline, we're already working with a really rough layout. Now, let's take a look at the A bomb site. In the original version, A bomb site had barely any cover. It was just a huge open courtyard with a corner bomb site. And you know, like, it's a very classic thing with like these older CS 1.6 maps that they have that same structure with an open courtyard and a bomb site in the corner with like 1 or 2 crates and nothing else really to it. So Mr. Potato majorly improved it. He added walls, he closed off the upper part of the chutes that we'll get to in a bit. He added a wall here, he added a wall there, he added a boost here. Really, everything here I think makes the map better, but still, like, if you look at it in its totality, you have 1 entrance for CTs, 1 neutral entrance, 2 entrances for Ts, but it's like an open courtyard. There's no like smoke strat to do, there's no like execute, there's nothing, just go in. You go in through main, you die. You go for lower, you die. The only way to get here, realistically, is to take control of the windows. If you do manage to do that, then good job. But yeah, basically the only way to get A site is to get the middle mid, realistically. Now, alternatively, okay, I don't want to go A, you want to go B. So to B, you go to the right instead of left in T-spawn. And you pass through this nice courtyard, try not to get shot from this window that the city is going to be picking from, alright? And then you get to this just absolutely beautiful angle right here. Which, yeah, that's just, no. Why? What is this? Does someone have a fetish for torturing players? It's literally impossible to go to B site without taking control of ups, of B ups, upper ups, whatever. And how do you get them? Through middle mid. So both A and B require you to have control of middle mid to get to them even. I'm not talking about like control them properly or plan just to get to them without dying. But alright. Let's take a look at mid. Maybe it's like super reasonable, super fun, and makes the rest of the map make sense. So first of all, we have 3 layers to mid. We have this lower super connector here type situation. We have this balcony and middle mid layer. And we have the upper mid layer. In the original version, this upper mid had chutes that were overlooking both the courtyard and the A side. And as you can imagine, it was super chaotic. So you're trying to fight the guy in front of you. Like that's the main choke point, but you also get shot from below, from A side, from B side, from the left, from the right. You have no cover. Not cool. Mr. Potato, I remember in one of the first versions, he raised the wall, but still allowed you to climb over it. Wasn't enough. So he just closed it off completely, clipped it. You can maybe look over a bit if you boost, but yeah, there's no getting over it. So upper mid is a bit better, still kind of a mess, like so many angles looking at it, but like you can take control of it as a T, like this whole courtyard area, okay, you can take it as a T realistically. What do you get for taking upper mid? You get city spawn. Cool, alright, reasonable. Reasonable, I approve. Even though most of the time it will just get smoked and cities will be camping behind it, but sure, alright. The middle mid is kind of the same situation. It's just like this thin courtyard, which will most of the time just be smoked, so we'll be pushing into smokes. So you see what happens here? So we have both bomb sites that require you to go through mid, and the mid itself is just these 2 thin choke points that just get perma-smoked. Yeah, in my experience from playing it, people barely went A side. Like the only situation where people got a plant in general was like clutch rounds, where just a few players were left, so there was less like map control. But yeah, while all players are alive, it's just so hard to push in this map. If you somehow manage to get the middle mid and you push through, you get basically free reign on the whole map. You get access to CT, you get access to B ups, you get access to B main, you get so much. But is it good design though? I don't think so. I didn't. It just felt that every single round was this fight over mid. Like pushing B was impossible, pushing A was impossible, just fight over mid. I can see how this will work on like a 40-person server where like, you know, the difference is that when there's like 5 people, it's like this tactical, competitive, whatever thingamajig. When there's like 20v20, it's more like a front line where people are like pushing and like tug of war, like pushing the front like closer, farther. That's cool. That's legit. I like that. But yeah, it's not really, that doesn't really work in today's CS, I feel like. But let's nonetheless take a look at B site as well. Just I want to show that it's also this corner bomb site and has these amazing leg angles. So like to enter from CT, you will be shot, like they will see your legs before you go in. So that's not cool. The entrance from B main, just also they will see your legs before you go in, but it's so much worse than that. And also let's mention a little bit of the visibility. That's nothing to do with the original layout, that's more of the Mr. Potato fault. But yeah, there's like a little bit, like it's a little bit too dark in some spots, a little bit bushy and hard to see through bushes, but you can fix that. That's not a huge deal. And what else do we have? We have city spawn. City spawn is alright. I have nothing much to say to city spawn. It's kind of like just gives you all of the routes you need. So what's the overall conclusion I have for this rant? Like I respect how kind of unique it is in comparison to other maps, like with the triple stack mid. And as you know, like I myself have a map with like a double stack mid. So like I love the idea with this upper ridge going through the middle of the map. Love it. Amazing concept, beautiful level design. But yeah, I feel like just it's so flawed at the core that even though at every single, like there are some changes I didn't mention, but yeah, Mr. Potato just literally improved every single part of this map, and it's still like just so not nice to play. Now, do I think it can potentially be like fixed totally? Maybe, probably even. I really do believe you can fix every layout, but will it be Pyrenees after that? Or will it be a different map entirely? Hard to say, hard to say. I still think it's worth playing, and I think it's really interesting, and as I said, it's really great in like a 20v20 situation, I feel like. Shout out to Mr. Potato. Cool, amazing remake, looks good. Keep working on it. I want to see it work. It probably will not be Pyrenees anymore, but just make it work. Do it. Just do it. Make your maps come true. I'm so fucking cringe. Yeah, that's the rant. I wanted to like record this like small video without a script. I don't know, tell me guys how it went. And also shout out to the 10 channel 11 maybe 10 I think the channel supporters I got recently. You guys did an amazing financial investment. It will pay off greatly. So shout out to these people right here. And also I will be commentating. What? Yeah, I will be a commentator, whatever you call it, on the show match this Saturday at 8 p.m. CET on Gonsoms, like a show match on community mobs, me and Olaf. So be there or be square. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this rant. Have a great day, and I'll see you soon. Ish. Bye bye.